This question asks, why is polystyrene more rigid than polyethylene? I have here several samples and their recycling codes. Number 1, polyethylene terephthalate. Number 2, high density polyethylene. Number 3, sample of polyvinyl chloride. 4, a sample of low density polyethylene. 5, sample of polypropylene. 6, sample of polystyrene. And 7, various other polymers, and they are all lumped under recycling code of 7. Now, to answer the question, though, is why is polystyrene more rigid than polyethylene? We need to take a look at the structure here. Polyethylene has this sort of structure. This shows the repeating unit of polyethylene. And you can see we essentially have a a backbone. It's an addition polymer. And it only has hydrogens really attached to those carbons. It's sort of like a big alkane. Now over here I have a representation of polystyrene and its repeating unit. And you can see that it has a carbon-carbon backbone, but instead of having all hydrogens on these carbons, we see that we have an aromatic ring, a benzene type ring, attached to every other carbon. And that bulky group imparts a fair amount of stiffness into the polymer. We can see that here. If we compare low-density polyethylene, it's pretty soft, and if I flick it, it makes sort of a thumping noise. If I compare that to polystyrene, we can see that this material is actually quite rigid, and if I flick it with my finger, it makes sort of a ringing noise because it's such a harder material.